Good morning from Vegas, the Cracker Barrel parking lot of Vegas, North Vegas. It was really loud last night here. It was the traffic on the highway. There was no more muscle cars. No more muscle car came. Good morning, Gingers. She wanted to come say hello. Amen. Why is this? Good morning. So, we need to get moving. We need to get coffee, and we need to get dressed, and we need to head down the road. We got lots to do today. Are you going to drive better today? I am so worried about getting in the car with him, with the way he was acting yesterday. We have 4.5 hours today. 4.5 hours to get to the Grand Canyon campgrounds. And I was thinking about stopping at the Hoover Dam. I don't know. Yesterday was such a bust for me. I'm kind of feeling down about yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a shit day. I don't know. It was just, I was mad the way the fossil beds came out. I was mad because I don't think I mentioned it yesterday, but Google Maps messed me up again and took me someplace else instead of this Cracker Barrel. So I was just real frustrated when I came in last night. He was, he had a bad time. I don't know what his problem is. But how could you get mad at a face like this? Duders. What was your problem yesterday, Duders? Can we talk about it? Can you tell the vlog? Duders. What problem did you have yesterday? Why were you trying to jump out of your little seat? Why were you jumping out of your seat yesterday? He's not going to talk. He's not talking. All right. I'm going to make my coffee. I'll check in with you. I'll check back in with you once I've woken up. April 11th. This is the weirdest light I've ever seen. It turns green one lane at a time. Wow, is that weird? We are heading through Vegas now, officially going through Vegas. Just gonna be a drive-through today. I have 4.5 hours. I'm not sure if I said that earlier or not when I was half asleep. I think I'm gonna be going past the Hoover Dam. Not sure if I'm gonna stop and see that or not. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. Right now, I'm honestly kind of thinking that as soon as I get to this campgrounds, I think I'm gonna ask them if I can stay another day. So I can stay 2 days at the campgrounds because, this is the tough part about traveling and also working is I need to have Wi-Fi and I need to work. So, did a whole bunch of work last night, but I still have more to do today. So I just want to hurry up and drive and see how much work I can get done, I guess. So right now we're on this 15S, kind of going through Vegas. Let me see if I can turn you around because you don't need to be looking at me. I don't know what we're going to see. It's daytime. You're not going to see any neon lights. You're just going to have to deal with it. Because if I want to do Vegas, I'll fly in and do Vegas. Not with my dog. Team Nevada sign. Got a picture of the Nevada sign. Have to take my hat off because hello. That was crazy. Dooders was there. I just did not take him out. It was too windy. Look at my hair. Oh, Dooders just had another shit fit. I don't know what's going on. We had a perfect rest stop, peed and pooped, and then he was just going off his bonker. And so now that I grabbed his other blanket that's on the bed, I put that around him. But he was like shaking and stuff. Like I've never seen him. He's not shaking now. He went out and he peed and that was it. And he didn't even really, he peed like he really didn't have to pee. You know, he peed like he was marking his territory. So we're literally like a mile from the entrance of the park. And then I think it's a couple miles to where the campsite is. Campgrounds is. So I don't know how long of a line it's going to be to get in here, but Grand Canyon National Park. Oh, I missed the sign. Oh well. See, I'm not sure if I'm prepaid or I am prepaid. I don't know. We'll just go through here. Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. We're just here for the day.
I have a reservation at the campgrounds. So.
At Mather or Trailer Village?
Mather.
Yeah, sure. Let me take a look here. Park passing, and then I'll get you on your way here. Are we just there for the one night? Was it?
I'm gonna try to see if I can stay two.
Okay.
I mean, I booked one, but I thought I booked two.
You're thinking for the night afterwards?
Yeah.
So normally I would say just talk to the rangers up at the campground. They're going to be a lot more knowledgeable. There are some first come first serve bases. Just talk to them about it.
Yeah, I will.
Up in the morning, and then they usually go by pretty quick. But you have the advantage of already being there.
Yeah, I'll probably just get up early. I'm pretty much self-contained. So.
All right.
Thanks. Have a good one. All right. Okay, so my America the Beautiful Pass worked. Which I knew that was. Now we gotta go to Grand Canyon. We got our pocket map, South Rim pocket map, can't use that. Okay, Mather's Point. I text Mom. She just called. I'll call you back as soon as I get parked. I'm just pulling into the campgrounds now. Okay. he said that because I'm already here, odds are I can get up and move to the first come, first serve spots. I don't know if there's a price difference, but the problem is I might have to set up my... I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. That's right. There's no problem at all. I just remembered that I wasn't actually going to go to the South Rim or anything tomorrow. I was going to work. That's why I wanted to stay 2 days. Okay. Six minutes. Wow, this is like really... Visitor Center, Market Plaza, Village, Campgrounds. Mathers Camp... Oh, here we go. Campground. Let's see if we can figure out how to check in and stuff. Campground registration. You stay right there, and we'll be right back. All right. All right, we're here. You happy? You happy? Want to go check it out? So this is my little camp area. I parked it pretty good. Hopefully I'm fairly level. And then we have a fire pit, all this room behind, picnic table. Yeah, this will do just fine. What do you think, Gooters? You think this will do? Take Duders for a walk. But you know, these sites that are at the end of the loops are actually pretty big. That one, 234, is a pull-in. 232 goes all the way back in. They're considered tent sites, but each one of these has a platform so you can easily pull in as a van. So these are all on the outside. This is 231. This is 230. Nope, Duder's just going to the bathroom. See, this one is like a pull-in, but, you know, you're kind of more in the open. There's more shade here, but there's, you know, sun out here. That's 229. This is a back-in 228. This one's got to be 227 probably, next to mine. Yep. Oh, I like mine. This is a pull-through. This is mine, 226. What I like about mine is I like the fact that you pull in and then you're kind of private back here, you know? Oh. Gotta pick up my... I think this is done for the day. Come here, Duders. We gotta trip over that. We have to pick up our thing. Come on, buddy. I gotta pick up this. But look at this. It's kind of... And I booked another spot. It's 298, but it's on a no generator loop, which I don't think is a big deal because... Right now, I'm pretty much topped off as far as battery goes. So there's no generator, so I can't charge using a generator. But if I have to, I'll run to the bathroom and just plug it in. So let me pick this up. Oh, it is a little chilly in here tonight. I'm sitting on my cooler right now. Sometimes, let me show you. The cooler that is usually up here, and now we have just like some dirty dishes and dirty clothes and urinal, flushable wipes. Don't need to see that. I'm sitting on this because I was working here earlier. But what I've got now is I have this cooling rack that I got. I can't remember if I got it from Walmart or whatever. I like to put this up here when I'm going to be using my Mr. Buddy heater. It is pretty cold here tonight in the Grand Canyon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on top of here, and that keeps any extra heat or whatever from this wood stop. And I already put the propane in, and it's really easy to just turn it, click it a few times. Finally. I'm gonna put this is on high right now. Or no, that's high. I'm going to put this on high for a little bit, and then I'm going to kick it back to low. Usually one of these propane tanks can run on low all night. Usually what I do is I just let it run for a few hours, then just before I get ready to go to sleep, if it's not that cold out, I'll just shut it off. Depending on how much is left of the propane, I'll just let it run on low. And what I then do is I just vent this a little bit. So we have a little bit of venting, and we're gonna get nice and toasty. So I'm just gonna sit here and relax for a few minutes, watch some YouTube, and make my game plan out for tomorrow morning as far as the work I want to do. Why am I still showing you guys the heater? But I like having this cooler down here for a lot of reasons, not just to sit on, but this is the other thing I've been doing. Check this out. Let me show you. Okay, so I take this and I move it this way, like long ways, right? And then here, what I've done here is I've actually moved it out a bit, okay? I moved this away from the wall a bit and just put these two bins here, and I'll probably show this more thoroughly in like in my van tour video. But what this does is this allows me to have a nice backrest, which I can put this up here like this. This is just a pillow, and it has my my favorite pair of pajamas, my onesie pajamas on it. So it gives me a nice place to sit. I put both cushions here because it's just me. Then I take one of my pillows and I put one of my pillows there, and I make myself a little reclining area that's lower than the bed. So, can you see that? Honestly, it's so comfortable. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll have the pillow go up and down, so I can just actually lean back. But it's so perfect having this side pushed out just a little bit. It gives me just that much more room, butt room, and back room for the pillow. I'm probably rambling too much anyways. So for dinner tonight, I just had those darn cheese hot dogs. It's the only thing I can think of that is, when it comes to hot dogs, when it comes to hot dogs, that's safe, because I grew up in born and raised and live in Central New York, and if you don't have Hoffman's hot dogs, then we can't be friends, basically. So, traveling around the United States when there is no Hoffman hot dogs, but you want something quick, my choice are those Johnsonville cheese hot dogs. I think I showed them in one of my earlier vlogs. Anyways, what I did is I took biscuits, and by accident, by a blessed accident, I bought the buttery kind, which I didn't realize they actually had them, but they're buttery flaky grands. They're the big ones. There's 8 in a tin. So what I did was I just flattened them out big time. You know what? I'm just going to show you them now. I flattened them out and just fried them on my, with my little frying pan. And this is how they came out. They came out like this. And the buttery things kind of like crisped up and stuff. So now I cooked all 8 of them. But what I did is I used them for like a hot dog bun. I kind of like rolled the hot dog up in it. And what I'll do tomorrow morning is I'll probably heat them up with my eggs and maybe put some jelly on it and stuff. Because when I was in Reno with my sister... When I was in Reno with my sister and her husband, we ate at this one place like that serves breakfast like all the time or whatever. And I took a bunch of packets. I have my own jam here too. I mean, I have my elderberry honey. I have strawberry jam, but I got like orange marmalade, blackberry, you know those little things that you always get at like Denny's and stuff. I picked up a bunch of those so I could have in the van. So I feel like a nice toasted biscuit, and now they're already cooked, so I can just keep them in my refrigerator. I'm so excited to have them in the morning. All right, I'll talk to you in the morning.